Hello, Leo, and happy birthday to my July Leos. Welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia, and today we are getting into a monthly reading for you. I'm going to first do a general read, and then I will pull another 3-card spread for your love reading and your relationships, okay? So first thing I want to do is pull an overall oracle card. So this first card is the overall energy surrounding my Leo moons, ascendants, sun signs. What energy is surrounding Leo for the month? And we have Celestial Teacher. Wow, what a beautiful card she is. Celestial Teacher coming out, and the number 7. So I'm hearing something of completion, understanding. Okay, let's see what animal card is representing you. Just the animal representing my Leo for the month. One animal representing my Leo for the month of July, Spirit. We have camel coming out. Wow, camel. So let's just read that. I want to read specifically what camel is. I have an understanding, but I want to allow for you to listen and use your own intuition and take what resonates, okay? So, camel. Camel represents resourceful, independent, knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenges with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel searches for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and it is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. So when it's in balance, it is calm, content, and has a sparkle in its eye. When it's out of balance, it's dehydrated, lacks vitality, lacks life. Okay, and how to bring that into balance? Going on a pilgrimage, which would be like going on vacation, taking a trip, having some time to yourself. Okay, so if that resonates for you, let's go ahead and get into the 3-card pull and just see what messages Spirit has for you this month, Leo. What energies are you coming out of, coming into? What advice this Spirit has for you? Because that's how we want to utilize tarot, okay? Not to make predictions for everything in your life, because what's going to resonate is going to resonate, and what's not will not, right? So we have the 5 of Wands coming out in your past, 5 of Cups in your current energy. So with this 5 is just this change and this shift that I'm seeing here, in the King of Cups in your future, and a word of advice for my Leo. The Sun, beautiful. Okay, so the advice I'm getting here is that the most beautiful thing is that when the sun comes out, it's like you can't escape it. You can't get away from it. It's like just a blessing in its own right, but it brings clarity. It's about being clear. It's about having a new perspective. It's also an energy of a rebirth with this young woman here, and it's also action. It's also doing something about it. Okay, so let's get into it. We have 5 of Cups in your past energy. So what I'm getting from this is some conflict. There may be conflict between, it could be you and a teacher because of this Celestial Teacher coming out, but it could just be you and your relationships at work, with your family life. I will go ahead and pull a few clarifiers, but the 5 of Wands always comes down to, no, not your way is my way, or this is how things be. It's a misunderstanding. It's just miscommunication, people wanting things to go their way. So we have the Empress coming out in reverse. So this could be involving you and another feminine energy, a mother, but someone close for you, someone who could even be a boss, someone who has like a bit of an authority. But I feel I'm getting an energy of a lack of nurturingness in the past, lack of compassion. So maybe that was the experiences you're feeling, a lack of compassion with someone from the past. Anything else you have to say about the past energy, Spirit? As my Leo is coming into the future, we had the Chariot coming out in reverse, which represents Cancer energy. We also have the Venus card here, which represents my Taurus, my Libras, because I do speak from a Vedic astrology perspective. So with the Empress and the Chariot coming out, I mean, this could specifically be conflict between a Cancer and a Venus type energy. Or just what I'm getting here too is like not wanting to weather the storm, or the obstacles just becoming so challenging in the past with you and other people. So here in this current energy, we have the Five of Cups. You know, I'm getting an energy that there could have been some just loss, some just from the past. Like there had to have been some kind of loss, some kind of ending, because now you're like in this sad place of mourning that, okay, in the present energy. But what I'm getting is that with the sun here, it's like the sun's going to rise again. You know, things are going to get back into the light. There is going to be change. And clearly there's also opportunity here for you as well. There have been some lessons that you learned. There has been something that you can take away from this past energy that happened with you, Leo, instead of just looking at the things that you lost. Because I'm getting an energy that those things needed to end. With Celestial Teacher here is that this is bigger than what you think it is. There's a higher purpose to this understanding in this lesson, okay? So with Four of Swords here, definitely I'm getting that you're just taking a break, okay? I'm getting in this current energy that, you know, you're like, I just need to rest. Definitely with this Camel energy and what we heard from what we read in the Camel, with that fire and water, I find that interesting because this is like fire and water energy here. So I don't know if it involves you and another sign. Those things do not mix. They don't tend to mix up well. That's always room for storms, right? So, and I feel like it really hurt you in this present energy. And you're over the battle, you're over fighting. Even if the fight didn't always just involve you, it could involve a lot of people. I feel like you're just taking yourself out of it at this point. I even feel like you might have just got hit in the crossfires and maybe the situation or the issue is not about you. But I also feel like you're coming to some understanding about that and some truth in this present energy. So that's good. It's actually positive. I'm getting that you are taking a rest from it, taking a vacation from this energy. Definitely getting just strong fire energy here with this King of Wands, okay? Strong. This person is just such that energy, and I feel like you're like, okay, I'm just gonna step away from this right now. And even go and get some support. I'm hearing from Spirit is like, if you need somebody to support you through this, there is supportive presence around you, you know, in this current energy. But I'm even getting a feeling of someone having to take their family and walk away from a situation. Like maybe this involved you living with family members. It could be a father figure, another masculine energy around you that's kind of just putting too much pressure on you, possibly too. Like pressure on you to do things a certain way or to be a certain way. And I'm getting the energy that you're just like, okay, I have to move away from this. I put up with it for too long. And yeah, so you're in a phase right now in the thick of shifting. So it's still a little rocky. But what I love with the King of Cups energy coming here is that where you feel right now, Leo, where you feel like you are just trying to manage the emotional turmoil over it, like even if it's not a physical move or you physically move, I'm feeling like it's still emotionally difficult. But with the King of Cups here, you're about to move into a space that no matter what is going on around you, you're solid. You're solid, okay? You're strong within yourself. You're not allowing outside things and people to stir up your emotions any longer. And it's because of the lessons that you're going through. So that's beautiful. And it's like this new perspective, this aha, this understanding. And it's like you taught yourself. You're your own teacher. Okay, so don't run away from the hardships and the things that might appear difficult. I'm just getting that you're really working this out. within yourself. So let's just get a little bit more into this King of Cups energy that you're coming into. And possibly, if this is involving a relationship for someone, it's like you're moving away from a fiery energy to someone that's going to be a little bit more watery, more supportive, more nurturing, more emotionally available. Okay, we have the Two of Swords coming out here, and this is turning in, it's very thick on the relationship or a job or something like that, where of a choice that someone's needing to make. Like, do I leave this opportunity to move into a new one? Even with, it could be education as well, it could be a teacher. I'm even hearing like this particular individual is not working out for me. I'm feeling like I may need to move to this one. So I feel like you're even in a space of kind of juggling that. But I'm getting that you need to just trust yourself, trust your intuition and what feels right for you. And also depend on your experiences. Okay. What have you already been through that you do not want to experience again? And you have the right to make that choice. And again, I'm seeing the Sun is just this clarity that you're going to come into this month, or give your time, or you're giving yourself the time and the space to reprogram your mind about your situation. Okay. Spirit, anything else you want to say about the King of Cups? And there is this, I picked it up in reverse, 10 of Wands. So what's really going to support you too is like, if you felt like the need to stay in a situation or to deal with particular individuals because of the feeling of having the responsibility to do so, I'm seeing that there's a need to let that go. Or if there's just a lot of energy of lack of focus or carrying on too much, there's a need to set the intention to make a choice of what you're going to focus on first. Like, there's just way too much going on. And also you're moving towards a more positive, clearly, a more positive environment, a more positive outlook. You're moving towards it. In fact, I feel like you're closer to it than you think. It's just more of the emotional baggage and possibly the mental and spiritual that's just heavy on you, more than what will actually be going on in the future. Okay. All right, Leo, so let's go ahead and get into your love now. And this almost felt like a love reading a little bit, so it might carry over. Okay. And I did drop a card here. So love for my Leo. And I'm going to pull another animal card. So we had camel. So I'm interested to see what animal is representing you in your love life at this time. Okay. And I'm going to keep out Celestial Teacher as the overall energy. And I'm hearing just completion, like completion to some kind of old way of being, or old environments, or old energies. Okay, so Spirit, what is the animal that is surrounding my Leo for the month regarding their love and relationships? What energy is surrounding my Leo in love and relationships? All right, one card, Spirit. We have the Rabbit coming out. The Rabbit. Let's read the Rabbit. I'm just smiling because I get this card for myself sometimes too. So let's read it because it's, when the Rabbit comes in, it's kind of holding us back from our truth and trusting ourselves, because the Rabbit mind is in a state of worry and afraid of the future and what might happen. So the Rabbit is afraid of everything, overwhelmed and frozen. You know, it happens. The Rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks and talks about it so loudly, in fact, that one day the eagle hears and thanks him for the great idea. Rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future, and we become our own worst enemy. We spin up a dust cloud of fear and then complain to others that we are lost. Notice your thoughts and words, O Rabbit. They shape your destiny. So when in balance, it's sensitive, a problem solver, and a good listener. When it's out of balance, it over-explains and talks too fast, okay? So to bring it into balance, again, it's this energy of silence by yourself. Sometimes some quiet time alone so that you can listen to your inner self. And not our anxious selves, okay? Because it happens. But let's get into the overall card pool for my lovely Leo. What energy is surrounding them in their love life and their relationship, spirit, past, present, future, and a word of advice. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Leo regarding their love and relationships for the month of July? We have the Star card coming out in your past energy. Okay, Aquarian energy there, if that resonates with you. Present energy, we have the Seven of Cups coming out. And in your future, spirit, what is the future energy surrounding my Leo? Future, okay. Future, we have Temperance. And I'm going to go ahead and take these two wands. I mean, these two wands, because I see one. These two cards as your word of advice. And we have the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. And what I'm hearing is confidence. I'm hearing confidence and trusting yourself, Leo. Trusting yourself in this new movement forward. Because what I see here with the Star card is like you are coming out of a healing period of healing some things from the past, some old belief systems about love and relationships. And also just taking care of yourself, a lot of self-care, and then realizing that you are the star. You are the prize, Leo, in the situations in love and relationships. And it's time that you put yourself back up on that pedestal. I'm also with, Celestial Teacher coming out. It's just a lot of like star energy, like a lot with the stars and the planets. So you may be coming into some own understandings about yourself pertaining to astrology or things like that, if that just resonates. Maybe, so check out your other signs or just get to know more of yourself in that energy. So Seven of Cups in the current energy shows me some confusion. So I don't know if with love and relationships you might have some options or things like that going on, but let's get into clarity. Let's go ahead and clarify a little bit of the Star card from the past. What is bringing in this star energy? Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups and the Page of Swords coming out in the past. I'm sorry, that's the Eight of Cups. So there could have been some kind of communication that came to way, or and I'm getting the energy of communication, or it could be an air sign of some immaturity in your relationship, where it's maybe just a lack of knowing how to communicate or to speak to each other. And there's just a walking away, a stepping away from that, and walking into the unknown. And I feel like that may be the struggles that your mental is, you're obsessing about some things as well. If it's not the matter of communication, but it's obsessing of walking into that healing journey. Okay. Or in the midst of that, just obsessing about the future, right? Because that's what the rabbit is doing. And there's a need to be fearless is what I'm getting, moving forward in love. So Seven of Cups, let's get into that because that's the present energy, okay? So I'm feeling like if this is for someone who, it's like, what do I move towards? Do I, with your love life, I'm getting there could be some options. There could be just you deciding what it is that you want. Do I want love right now? Do I want to focus on my career? Should I be focusing on myself? I can't go that. It's just a lot of overthinking. That's why it's hard for me to even get my thoughts out, Leo. It's just this, it's in an obsession phase now that you have healed. I think I'm getting someone who's thinking about getting themselves back out there, but it's like, I don't know if I can trust myself. But you have been through the healing journey. We have Temperance coming out, and what I'm hearing is just be patient. Be patient with yourself, not being so hard on yourself, putting yourself back out there in relationships, or putting yourself back out there in the love relationship if you're still currently in. Because I feel like you're like psyching yourself out of possibilities, and that you can trust yourself and be confident about this move forward, and that you're in the power seat. If you have not always felt that way. And I even feel like your spirit guides are supporting this new endeavor as well. Any more for the current present energy for my Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing. So we had the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm feeling like from the past, you've possibly been in a relationship or in a current relationship where there's not a lot of give and take. You don't feel supported. And therefore, we have the Queen of Swords coming out with the 5 of Pentacles. You know, you might be feeling a bit alone at this time. You know, feeling like I've been alone, but I'm ready to put myself back out there, but there's something that is holding you back. But I'm gonna be honest with the relationship, whether you're in it or is looking to move into something else. It's going to be a journey. You're not going to meet that person or that partner that you want right away. But what I can say is that you're just more confident. You're putting yourself out there to say what it is that you want, whether you're telling new partners, your current partner, it's like, and whether or not they support it, understand it, or as people that you've been dating, you're like, listen, this is my truth. This is what I want. Out of relationships, you're like, okay, if you can't support that, they are walking away, or it's just you on your own, you're okay with, you're learning to be okay with that. Or that will just really support you this month, Leo. Is sticking to it, you know, even if physically you feel unsupported, or that, you know, things aren't going the way that you want them to in your present with your relationships. But it's patience. I feel like there's just a level of patience, just being patient for that right person to come in, being patient with your partner and yourself as you guys are changing and transitioning and healing parts of yourself in your relationship. Okay. And I mean, with the Emperor, this also could be a positive new partner coming in. You know, this is masculine energy, but this is a divine counterpart right here with the Emperor and the Empress. And this person is coming in with some spirit, and some love, okay, with this Ace of Wands coming out. Okay, so there's an offering here, so that could be, which is something that's projected into the near far future, especially with an Emperor energy. I'm sorry, my daughter's crying, y'all, give me a second. Hey Leo, I'm back, and baby girl is okay. So yeah, something else that hit me is that, you know, maybe from a past relationship, that person was meant to come into your life to teach you a higher lesson, a higher purpose about you in love. Maybe so that you go into relationships feeling just a little bit more knowing what you want, and it's not so haphazard. I'm also, you know, also if you've been the type of person who, I don't know your life, but I'm getting the energy of someone who's from relationship to relationship and not any time for themselves, not any understanding of the relationships they've been through to know what it is they want, they don't want, they know that they deserve, they've been, you know, it's that kind of energy, if that makes sense for you, Leo. Okay, that's what I just got from Spirit. So with this Temperance in the future, because Temperance is still an energy of patience and healing and just a new journey, but it's going to take time. Okay, and you're also learning how to transmute that energy. And what transmute means is taking something negative and turning it into positive. So taking all of the relationships that you've been through, looking at them and using it for your own benefit. Okay, so that in the future, y'all already said it. So what's going on with the Temperance? What is going on with Temperance in the future for my Leo? What is the message? We have the Strength card coming out, beautiful, and the Ace of Swords. And anything else? Okay, I think Spirit's just going to leave it there. Strength card, Ace of Swords, beautiful, okay? You're coming into your own strength, okay? And also some kind of clarity, and I feel like it's going to be some communication, possibly from some old partners. Just be aware of that. I feel like you will better know how to handle it when old people and situations pop up. You will, in fact, know how to tame them. Write on down, because maybe that could be the energy of this advice. Like, hey, somebody's going to come back around in the corner, but you're going to know how to tame that beast and that energy. By being this, having the strength because of the healing and the lessons that you learn, maybe that's what it is. If it's an old energy, an old cycle that likes to keep popping up and likes to keep coming around and you don't think you're strong enough, I feel like you are beginning to have the strength to not allow same patterns and old behaviors in your relationships. And that's beautiful coming into the future. It's just like this clarity and this understanding that even no matter what the truth are, standing in with this strength card, and this is Leo energy, it's like, you know, you can accept it. You can accept the truth. And there's also just this energy of this cleansingness and this purity about you that I'm seeing with so much water, with the star card, the temperance card, the strength card, and she's just in this all white. I feel like you're just more pure, but not that, you know, you need to be pure because you sinned or anything crazy like that, but your own energy is just lighter. It's lighter and it's even attractive. So, and therefore that's why you might attract in some old and you might attract in some new. Okay. Let's see if there is any final message that Spirit has for you, Leo, regarding your love and relationships. Any final message that you have for Leo, Spirit? We have Truth Be Told coming out. All right. I'm going to take that bottom card there. And Thinker wants to sit here, and I'm getting Thinker because you are very much in your mind, okay? And I feel like you're just obsessing a little bit too much when you just need to be patient and just be in the flow, in the process, and not so much as obsessing and thinking about the things that went wrong for you, but how can I just learn from it? How can I take this and learn and you know? Because truth be told is you're going to come into the truth, okay? Because the truth is what it is. And the true truth is, Leo, is that, you know, I'm going to read that. I'm going to read that specifically. Because I believe there is a message here. And I want you to get it. Truth be told, honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. So the relationship is people tell you who they are very quickly. If you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave, this card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based on your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly, and see how doing so has helped you to become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back. Speak your truth and listen. I knew I had to read it because I feel like that is what it's this healing truth that you're coming into. And also being able to speak yours and not having any fear about the outcome. But I'm going to tell you, the outcome seems blissful. It seems blessings. You can't ever go wrong with speaking your own truth because it's yours. And even if it's yours from now and you change your mind in the future, that's okay too. All right, Leo, I hope that this reading resonated. Please do like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys again next month. Bye.